Hi, today I want to introduce to you a mantra meditation that will harness the impact of this full moon energy that we have today. And this mantra that we'll be using is one that helps to really open up all of our chakras and open up that Kundalini energy so that it can help you to really relate with all of the subtle meanings and aspects of life that we're all trying to stay attuned with. And this mantra is said to be one that we should learn early and one that helps us to understand all the other mantras, as again, it's really opening up all of the chakras to be able to receive and take in the vibration that we're calling on. So the mantra that we're using, I'll give a little bit more information about the sounds, and I'll share the sounds with you in just a moment. We are doing it in a full moon meditation version where we will be using some movements with our arms and hands that, again, will help us to create a new awareness within that will allow us to find our authority, our voice, to be able to make decisions from this space of clarity and truth. And from there, when you're acting from that space of truth and authority, it helps to bring you a calm and peaceful state of mind and presence. So the mantra itself is sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sarang. Har re har har, har re har har, har re har har, harang. Okay. So just giving a little bit of insight into what these sounds mean. The sa refers to this infinite, the totality of God, the spirit. And it is in the ether realm, it is a subtle energy. Har, on the other hand, is a more grounded earth sound, and it is a little more dense. And Har refers to this creative energy, the creation of everything, okay, creation. The creative energy that manifests, all that manifests. So the ang sound, so when we say sare sasa, sare sasa, sare sasa, sarang, and then hare harang, it shows up at the end of both of those lines. The ang sound is similar to the ong, the one totality, the wholeness of totality that is manifest in the word ong, O-N-G, which I've introduced in a previous mantra video. Also similar to our Om, which you may hear in many yoga classes, which is really the sound of the universe. And the difference between Om and Ong is really the Om is this kind of just this sound of earth, the sound of the universe, and Ong is more of the manifestation of, so it's a little more active. Okay, the re sound is just adding a little bit of a musical note, and it will show up in both lines as well. Okay, so this mantra as a whole reminds us that infinity is everywhere. It is a part of everything that we're in and about, and creativity is everywhere. And this is what we're also here to do, is to create. So again, using the full moon meditation version, this will have a different movement and will call on the moon's energy, this full moon energy, to really sharpen our awareness and bring power to our word as we come from a place of authority. All right, so this is the way we'll do the mantra. We're going to be having our hands in prayer mudra, and as I said earlier, that this mantra really opens up all of the chakras, and our movement will align with this. So having our hands in prayer mudra to begin, starting at the navel. So It's hard to have your hands actually in prayer mudra while you're holding it down here. The hands will tend to, separate, and that's okay. And just bring it together as we start to raise this prayer mudra up, aligned with our spine, through or past our heart center. And as we get to our heart center, you're going to begin to now open up your hands. Your base of your hands will stay together. The sides of the thumbs and the sides of the pinkies will stay together. And so you're going to begin to open up the hands, coming into a lotus. Okay, so opening up. Okay. So begin to open up as you go through the heart center. And by the time you get the base of your hands gets to your third eye point, your eyebrow level, then your lotus flower should be fully open. And this will correspond with the first line, sare sasa, sare sasa, sare sasa, sarang. And we're going to chant it a lot slower. But by the time you get to the sarang, you should be up here with the full lotus open. And then we're going to turn our hands around, kind of make them like this little heart shape. And the backs of the hands will be touching. The fingers are pointing down, and you will slowly bring the hands down. Again, you won't be touching from up here, but as you come down, you can bring the full of the back of the palm together. And by the time you reach your navel, you'll be at the end of that line, harang. So, sare sasa, sare sasa, sare sasa, sarang, harare, hat, hat, harare, hat, hat, harare, hat, hat, harang. Okay, again, we're going to be doing that a lot slower. And as you do that really slow, just notice the pace. Notice your pace. Notice the control that you have as you move it up, and you'll play with each round so that you get to the right location by the end of each line. Also, when I chant the harare, hat, hat, you may notice that the R's start to roll together. So instead of hare, hat, hat, it's harare, hat, hat, hat. So when you say har, it ends up being like hara, hara, re. Harare, hat, hat, harare, hat, hat, harare, hat, hat, haram. Okay. All right. So the melody, I will chant, and you can just jump in as soon as you get it. I'm going to repeat the same melody for each round. And I will share a link with with a recommended version that you can listen to musically, so you'll have music with you and the voice of a beautiful artist, Niranjan Kaur. And for now, for this demo, you've got my voice. And just remember that it does not matter if you don't feel like you're in tune, or the sound isn't quite as nice as maybe an artist, an actual practiced singer, but you should chant anyway. Chant aloud, and do not worry about that. It is exactly as it's intended to be, however it comes out. Okay? All right, so we're just going to do this for a few minutes. I'm going to turn on my timer. I'm going to turn on my timer, and we'll do this for a few minutes. So remember, we're starting in prayer mudra at the base, at our navel point. But let's start first with a nice deep breath in and out, and then we'll begin. So eyes are closed. Another thing is, if you'd like to keep the eyes open, first of all, you can decide to do that. But ideally, you close your eyes, and it'll really help you to get more inside yourself. So maybe for the first few rounds, as you're kind of noticing your pace and watching your opening up, you can leave your eyes open, and then when you're comfortable and you feel ready, then you can just close your eyes and continue to move through this. Okay, let's begin. So sit nice and tall. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Hands in prayer mudra at your navel. Inhale to begin. Sare, sare. sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hara re hara 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 re hara 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 re hara 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 ram. Relax your hands at your lap. Close your eyes down. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Just relax your breath and sense this feeling of your pure essence within, your truth, your power, emanating from this source, that seed of your creative source, Had. Just feel deeply connected to that energy and to this energy of Sa, the totality of God. Feeling the sense of groundedness, the earth, as well as this expansiveness of totality of ether. And just feel guided in deep wisdom and authority, trust, security, and the sense of peace that comes with that. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Okay, if I didn't mention already, this is called the Antar Naad mantra for the full moon. Thank you for practicing with me. If you have any experiences you'd like to share or any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to comment in the comment section and or reach out by return email if you've gotten this by email. And also If you are doing this practice on your own, and as I said, I would link the mantra that I like to use, the sound of Niranjan Kaur, and her track goes for 11 minutes. So whether you do it with music or just a cappella on your own, doing it up to 11 minutes is wonderful. It's a great experience. We just did it for a little over 3 minutes, and hopefully that gave you a little taste of that. And that is enough too if you want to just start there, but I encourage you to build up to 11 minutes. If you, I appreciate you practicing with me, if you hung in through the rest of this demo. Until next time, Sat Nam.